let's get this party started. Good morning. So, Narama lost the war for first today. Maybe better luck next time. Better luck next time. Just make sure you tap that pen, get good before stream goes live, and you should have the luck needed for your journey. Alright, so I need to mute the Twitch thing. Alright, so our new schedule will be as follows. Whatever we do. You're going to sleep soon? Good. Get some rest, man. Get some rest. We are going to do an hour of gathering. We're gonna do an hour of centaurs. And we're gonna do an hour at a money place. Today, we're gonna continue in the direction of giants. We're gonna continue with giants for the moment. We are working on a we are working on getting our trade run ready for the end of the week. And I might have Six Sal sail me up. I might have him sail me up here. This weekend. If I can get everything up there that I want, and I get everything I want made, we'll do the key thing. So is it this one? Let's go to the Garmoth tab, properties. All right, flashbang. Okay. So what I want you to look at right now is up there in the top corner. The current trade run at what is up in Moodle is 47,400 and 46 million. With the remaining crates that I want to get up there. If I was to wait till it was completely done, no, she's not. She's a friendship, or not a friendship. She's a, if you pull her, cool, you got us another burst too, but she's not really worth having right now. But it's worth a total when it's roughly all put together at 53 billion 536 million silver. Now, here's the issue. It's not a lot of money we're talking about. We're talking 5 bill difference. For like a week or two of waiting. I would rather get this done this weekend and try to make roughly 5 bill to make up this difference than just wait till it's done. Because honestly, when I see this and it says Taguru 1, I'm still 2 million crates away. I kind of don't care. But if I go to, like, just to get to, like, Master 25. I'm only missing 300,000 crates. So, I'm really close to... I'm really close to doing my goal. So, that gets me to... That tells me I'm not going to be able to re-obtain my medal the way I want to. Which means I've got to approach it a different way. So I would rather get my money... now... and change my attack... for the future. So we're going to come up with a new way of obtaining my guru goal. And we're also going to see how accurate that trade calculator is. All right, and survey says Cronstones, Ogering, that are like in your age group. Two of my friends have children around my age. A lot of friends outside my age group, I guess. I mean, most of my friends are, like, my real life friends outside of, let's see here. Most of them are about 4 or 5 years older than me. I only have one that's like 9, 10 months younger than me. 10, 15 years on you? Dang. Alright, Alright. We're gonna grind for 1 hour, and I'm going to put 180 energy. Into Giants. We're gonna go ahead, since we're already in Altanova, we're gonna do our... We're gonna do our grind here. He's 20 years older than you. Dang. We'll go ahead and do our Agris hour at Centaurs. So the advantage of doing this is it gets me Centaur belts. Because the only way I think we're going to end up getting the Yona's fragments for... the only way we're going to end up getting Yona's fragments for our... Pen Narc, because what I think we're gonna do is I think we're gonna buy a Pen Crescent. We're going to switch over to a Pen Narc, And then we're going to eventually replace the other Tungrad with a Tet Debareka, is what I think we are going to end up doing for the Valkyrie. So, potentially. That's the potential plan right now. But we'll make it pen off of the ring first. It will really come down to how cheap do pen narcs get. Do I just buy that instead? We're just gonna grab the EXP buff. I don't think I have any friends younger than me, only one other person my age. I really don't know where, let's see. One is 34, turning 35. One is in his 40s. Another one is turning 40. So I want to see something today. I want to go. Doesn't mean I'm going to grind there, but I do want to go there real quick. I want to go to the... I want to know where the Centaur's Elvia realm is. Or not Elvia, Marnie's realm. What do they call the rotation? Okay, so it's up over here. I'm wondering if I'm running that rotation. Because you would want to go this way. I feel like with my gear, I would absolutely cream this. I think I'm going to stay with the other place. Interesting they call that the Marnie realm. Okay. Well, we roughly know. But we're here for like a catch-22 of money, to be fair. We know we're not making a ton of silver per hour. Which is fine. We're here to make a little bit. So we've got that for the full hour, which is great. Let's go ahead and get Villa. Skill. Pop that. We're gonna use just in case we don't get to do the thing, we're gonna use the scroll. Send in some loot. Pop the level 2 loot scroll. Feet. Whoops, I fed the wrong pets. Alright, we're gonna turn those on, and then we're gonna quickly grab. Just remove 2 people in Nikkei. Savage. Put that over here. And let's go. I think we're there. So I don't think there's anything else I'm missing. Yeah, 287. All right. Might as well run this for the other stats. So yeah, we're not going to be going like super sweat with this, like we did when we popped the coin. But hey, at least we ended stream with a pen tongue grad. So we made 5 AP gain. Now we will have a special day this week, probably Thursday. Will be a 3-hour grind session. I'll probably get on around 6. And we will probably do a 3-hour a 3-hour centaur burn, potentially giants. It's gonna come up to what do I decide for the trade run, because of this. Part of the money that I'm looking at using, so we've got 50, we'll have roughly 47 bill in liquid silver just from the trade run, plus whatever we farm up between now and then. So we know we're making roughly 400 mil in liquid tangible silver at Giants. We're making about 50 mil more an hour here at Centaurs with a double edge of I'm getting Yona's fragments from the Centaur belts. However, in a lucky hour, if I was to be dicing getting my luck, it would be for maximum drop rate, let's say. Grinding Giants is technically going to be the better option due to the jackpot of getting that 350 mil per distortioneering. Which could be good. Part of the money that I've been setting aside is just to buy the crystallized the blessed fragment and the exalted fragment for the for my Vel's heart. So it would be, we would want to see how much if we end up going there for the full hour, or for the full 3-hour grind. What would happen? How many fragments would we pull out? We're getting roughly an average of 8. So if we're looking at an average of 8 an hour, we would be 8, 16, 24. We would be about halfway to the exalted fragment, which only needs 100. So we might end up just outright buying the crystallized despairs. We would do the math on it when it came time. But here's what we're buying. We're buying a we're going to buy a duo or try, depending on where I go. Goddard weapon. Now, you've heard me instantly say that this is a trap, but what we're gonna do is we've got something a little bit more 5-head than this. What this does is it's a temporary long-term investment. One, it's gonna help me push the cap of getting through an AP barrier. Depending on how I'm leaning towards just getting the duo to save some extra money and to put me ahead into the next piece, because here's our upgrade path. With the 50 bill, we're gonna buy a duo Goddard. Most likely, we're buying a Pen Crescent ring. We're going to buy a brand new crystal set. Finally, we'll actually upgrade to good crystals, which is, when testing on Garmoth against my current crystal set, it's like 10% better overall in an increase of damage, which will really help in the lower Gyphon grind, which is where we're aiming to head to. So, we'll increase our damage by 10% just from that alone. But the actual upgrade between the Crescent Ring, the Ogre Ring, or the Tungrad now, and Crystals, and Goddard is like an 18 to 20% damage increase at lower Gyphon. If we do not go the Exalted Fragment, and we decide to just farm out the 300 at Giants, we'll be working towards a Flame pre-order again, while we work on a 50 bill or 30 bill belt upgrade. Because we're going to try to bum rush 301, is what we're going to try to do. Sometime in the near future, I don't know if it'll be during the week, I'm gonna start running, I think it might end up being Thursday's stream. We're going to run all my normal scrolls that I have accumulated. So my normal scrolls of just my boss scrolls to get some hunter seals and potentially some extra money off of those. Not holding my breath, but it's still, it could be money brought in. I've called it a flex day, and I've been eyeing it for potentially doing the trade run thing. I've also been eyeing, what day do I want to do the voodoo doll scrolls? And I'm hoping, or really wishing, that I could potentially get chat more involved in that if they're on NA. To be able to come, like, damage leech. So we can kill these things faster. Because I'm going to run 5 at a time. I don't want to stack... I don't want people to charge it up. Like, I don't mind charging, like, 1 or 2 up, you know, with a couple extra scrolls. But there is... Because I've got so many to burn through, I would really like to see what money I can pull from those voodoo dolls. Because that's Kaffir stones, that's potential narcs, that's, that is, ancient spear dust, blackstone, weapons and armors, it's gonna help us make that, anything we can do to get towards that 17,000 Blackstone threshold, we need to work towards. Because honestly, I've really thought about using 2 of my 4 converts to just switch over to pen narcs in general. If I'm going to be grinding lower Gyphon for a very long time and gain that Kamasilv damage, but I would need another, I could look at getting the, let's say the Forever Ring till Deboreka rings come out, but I don't think I'm going to go Deboreka if they ever release it, because if they do not put a new set bonus to the bottom of Deboreka, I would rather wait to see what the new set is than just slam a Deboreka ring into my account. So, potentially picking up 1 Tungrad ring would kind of be a little 5-head. Because it would push my AP just a little bit higher. We'll play with it as we ride back. I'll show you kind of what happens on my gear when we go to like lower Gyphon, and you'll kind of see what we're looking at. But the dual pen narcs have kind of sounded cool, which is always something I wanted to do because I've always been a fan of be a tanky, very tanky player. And just make up my stats elsewhere, you know. And plus, if we ever want to do any of the Odalita grinds, those are Kamasilvian monsters. So, I see it as an absolute win to have that extra Kama damage smacked into some pen narcs. So, we'll see. But it's one step at a time, it's one piece at a time. If the Deboreka stuff does continue to drop in price, we might actually look at buying the Tet Debo belt outright. I wouldn't feel bad with that. But they need to keep plummeting like they are to justify me buying that. Because then I could really sit behind and say, you know what? I'll save another 15, 20 bill. And let's just outright get this over buying a pen, like Basilisk belt. Because if I can get to where I can go grind the flame and the artifacts myself, but that's going to require... See, that's going to, unfortunately for me, require more AP than I have. Because, like, I want to be able to go sit at Highlands and work on getting my artifacts and work on getting my flame piece. Because I feel like I'm going to have to end up just making it legit. Plus, watching Valhalla Princess and Chloe just sit there and grind away on it, I'm like, yeah, it's dangerous, but it's pretty darn chill there. Like, once you pay attention to the mechanics and you get used to seeing all the telegraphs, it shouldn't be too nuts as long as I'm getting the main drops. I don't really care about the high-end trash loot money an hour. Hello there. How's it going? Good morning. Hooray! We looted a centaur belt. Yona's fragments. I plan on cashing in my centaur belts too, as far as... You know what sucks? I just sold my centaur belts like September, October. I finally sold them. I had a ton of them. I had like 40 sitting in my inventory. But I caught them on an upswing and I sold them for like 35 mil a piece. I was like, well, alright, I can't say no to this. But now it's just kind of like, well, darn, now I kind of wish I had my actual centaur belt. So I'm going to blow my stash of, I'm going to blow my stash of, soileds, and we'll just, or shattered centaur belts, and we'll use those when we go to make it. Heck, we might even just start just straight melting them down as soon as we get them. Just so that we can see the count going up, because we need to get the 300 and whatever needed to do it. So, we need 330 something, and I'm only at a prize, so I need all of them. But anyway, hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend. I think today we're gonna gather lizard blood. I think it's what we're gonna end up gathering today. If any of you were around during my console days, you would know this grind very well. I spent this, I actually did more than I did trolls. Because this was one of the ways I was pushing alchemy on console for the metals. And here's the stupid thing. While I was doing that, I was so triggered that they never added that to the game. At the time, I was like expecting to have all these rank 1 badges from pushing. No leaderboards. Been on a No Mountain Sky streak. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Although I will say, a little sus timing at wanting to do that with a gigaton of Kronstadt. Well, oh yeah, wait, never mind. C doesn't have that. That's a North America EU thing. I say that's a pretty sus time to be saying no to a crap ton of Kronstones. I realize we're not talking that one now, unless you're talking. Period, I would suggest if you do have a North America account, you need to be logging in real quick. And getting those free sweet Kronstones. Because that is going to be another tap on our Black Star. So yeah, I was talking about that earlier I mentioned that we were buying a duo or tri-Goddard. And it's so that we get the AP gain. Because I don't need the full AP of the ever. That's the crazy thing. Yeah, it's 9 AP. And it technically pushes it through. But I can get there cheaper. Physically cheaper to 301 without having to pen my my Black Star. Plus I want to hang out as long as I can on like deeply going for it. Because I would like to see what Heidelball has to say about the new weapons. Will they actually show function off of how that works? Synchro is now 231. Nice. You wait 6 days for reset. Nice. Just remembered Zeph told me to get more sleep. Yeah. He knows that I won't listen, so he doesn't tell me that. So, I think I had said at the end of Saturday's stream that we were going to look at doing Under Gyfin this week. I figured with the trade run being so close to getting several AP, or just damage increases, we're going to do lower Gyfin stuff next week. Plus, it gives me the ability to attempt to do some alchemy over the weekend. So starting like starting at later this week, I'll probably start trying to craft bloods. or I should say, start crafting the oils and the higher end bloods I need. Because my processing's just about done. I don't have anything else left I need to really process. Like, we're to that point where it's either I craft it or I don't. So I think it's now time to just let it sit for 20-30 minutes at a time while I work on leveling alchemy up. And try to get the oils and bloods ready to make the potions needed for the potions that are needed for Lower Gyphon. Because for me to run the setup I'm going to run is like 6% better in damage. Is 6% better in damage overall. So I mean, over just using a frenzy. Plus my survivability will be through the friggin' roof. And I can sit comfortably down there for 20-30 hours with what I have and get a good feel for how much are we making an hour down there. Hello there. How's it going? Good morning, good morning. How goes the grind? Remotely, but may do some AFK BDO stuff. Nice. Get some of that processing and AFK money. I plan on changing a lot of my I plan on changing a lot of my grind up to benefit AFK stuff soon. If I can do it. That's the issues. Can I squeeze that contribution out of my account? And I may just have to start just cooking for contribution again. Like, there may just be no avoiding it. Leave it AFK, cook a random cheap dish. Maybe something that I actually, like, need in the future. I mean, I'm sure there's only so much teff bread I could actually make before, you know, I have like 5 million teff bread at one point, I think. That was to craft, I think, everything I have. I have to look. I know we're gonna need to get on in the nearest future. I may need you to potentially pop me into a spot that you may not want me in. But I may need you to help me find Shadow Lions at some point. Where I can, what's that, Narcion, or however you say it? Where the rhinos are? Is where the lions are? I must be blind. Please play Ego's Secret on Itch.io. It would help me a lot. Why would I ever want to do that? Wow, I must be really blind then. If that's not where... All I've seen is rhinos over there. And the little Shadow Wolf bros. Because it's free? So is Black Desert for people. It's free to play too. If I wanted to play free games, we could go play mobile games. Those are fun. Pay to win is everything, but they're fun. And we get to look at some big plot. There's at least like 4 spots of lions. And I can kill the lions, right? With my hunting. Like it's master something with tech clothes and the master weapon. I just don't have the heart. That's the only thing I don't have. Try accessories. Hello there, how's it going? How you doing today, Ace? Thank you. I will look at the screenshot here in just a minute. A little bit more in detail. We got 30 minutes left. And you could get a free key to chapter 2 when it comes out. It just feels like a troll game, I'm sorry. That's what it sounds like. Good enough, I guess. Day number 8 of work. Ooh. Ah, I see the lion. I quickly saw the lion. Let me rephrase that. So Twitch is weird? Why is Twitch weird? We already knew this. Twitch has been weird for years. It's not a troll game. It was published 40 minutes ago. And why me, of all people, do you pop in to... play that. My friend Nico is rocking right now with 80 CCV, but their chat is dead. That means he's view-botting of some sort. Because you're subbed? Okay. Huh. How about this? I'm not gonna do it today because I have a full schedule of stuff. I have it pulled up on my browser. And if it looks like something I think stream would enjoy, we'll play it. If it looks like something they won't enjoy, we won't play it. So I have a flex day on Saturday. That would potentially be where it shows up. But don't get your feelings hurt if it doesn't look like something I don't think stream would enjoy. Because there are some things that I may play on my own off stream that is just for fun. If they don't enjoy it, then, well, I'm not gonna really bring it up. So, a lot of times, you see people with, it's not really view botting, it's called embedding. And basically they're playing where they're getting views from websites. You know, from people just being on websites. I noticed that with several BDO streamers. They're up in the 60s, 70s range. I was literally watching a guy, Ghost, I believe was his name. He had like 60 people in his chat, and it didn't move but maybe 1 or 2 chats in an hour I sat in his chat. And I'm like, that's sus. Because the average of a 50 to 60 person chat is you have at least, you'll have at least a, little bit of movement every couple minutes. It would make it seem that it's more embeds than it is, bots. Bots normally are higher than that. You also have to realize Black Desert has a drop rate of, or drops. So there are some people farming just drops as far as like, just in there to get their 2-hour Twitch drop and then they're done. But this guy seemed to be pretty popular. I see him chatting all the time in, I see him chatting all the time in World Chat, linking all of his pen crap. So it means he's been around. People know who he is what I would assume. And either they're, cause like, Blade used to stream to like 150, 200 people and his chat would be rolling at low, like, I mean, we're talking, this was like 6 in the morning when I was watching his stream. So, like, at 6 in the morning for, like, Blade, he'd have a chat just blowing through. So it's not like the audience is dead or is asleep. No, it's literally most of his audience is not really there. They're on websites, they're... Viewbotting normally is around 150 to 200 people. And the sad thing is, if you pull it off, it's technically legal. As far as how... Yeah, monitor content. You can technically... It will look real to Twitch if it's done right. But the thing that they're going to be looking at that won't look right is the chatting aspect. Having 200 people in a dead chat is very weird. Very, very weird. But there have been people who have been partnered because of using view bots. And it's just like horrible. Because let's say that their normal chat is actually very active. Normally very, very active, so it won't look weird until you realize that it's like the same 15, 20 people talking the whole time. It's not what you would expect a 200-person chat to look like. And 200 is nothing. That's a small stream in the eyes of Twitch. But in the eyes of, like, BDO, a 200 stream is a fairly large stream for, like, Black Desert. That is a very large stream in some mobile games. Dan and Asmon's chat? Oh, God. That's just somebody wanting attention's what that sounds like. But no chatters. Oh, I mean, I've heard several streamers talk about the New World category being like 70% embed views. Because they'll go in and they'll look at a stream with like 1,200 viewers and they're dead. They say like chat does not even move for an hour. And they say that's near impossible. And supposedly they've added add-ons to where you can track that. Really? That's horrible. And the number is always kind of between 5 and 10% of the number was real. Like a great example is, if you look at like somebody took a screenshot of I think it was New World with this add-on. It would show you on the bottom corner what percentage of their views were real. And then you would see people with like 5, 10, 20% of their views were actually real. And some of the crazier ones were only like 5, some of these 5%ers were people with 2,000, 3,000 people in their chat. Imagine only 5% of your viewers are real. I followed a streamer for years, got partnered, and I unsubbed. I still pop in from time to time, but the normal chatters are all I really see. I could see that. Like, personally, I'm just glad Hexity got partnered when he did. So he doesn't have to ever worry about it. Like, his numbers look to be, from what I see whenever I come around to his chat, he looks like he's right on the edge of, if he was trying to get partnered, he would need a push, because he's just below the average nearly all day long. Now, he gets spikes, which is great, but I don't think he holds that above 80 realm like he used to in Epic 7. Like, he did really good at holding 120 plus for months in Epic 7. So he was able to get partner very easily. But at this point, I I don't see an advantage of even being a partner anymore. I've lost that love and feeling about it. Like, at this point, I don't care about a purple check mark beside my name. Yep, that's where Hexity came from. Hexity, I met one day when I was just randomly going through chats, popped in, he was a cool dude. Yeah, he was an RTA streamer, but, always respected and hung out in his chat, when I could. He was always a real one. He only had like 20, 30 viewers for a long time, and then he really started getting, he got pushed, what looked like, by Jenna and Light started pushing him, I believe, which got him the viewership, that he needed, and then, he held it on his own once he got through that push from them. And then he kind of just took off enough to be able to get his partner, and he didn't have to sell out to ASMR to get a partnership. Which is where a lot of people go to get their partnerships, especially a lot of the female streamers. If they can't get it, they go to ASMR. Within a month, they've got it. But I mean, when you go look at what they've done for Twitch, affiliate to Twitch partner, outside of the checkmark and a few of the extra bonuses, you're just fine. Like, I understand the science of ASMR, but when you realize that on Twitch, it's just softcore porn, why? Other than it sells. That's why. And it got them the views they needed to make the money so they can make their living. Because they're too scared to go actually swing the OnlyFans and the other sites. So they come to the middle ground of, whispering into microphones for 8-10 hours a day. I've seen 3 females on my friends list do that. And they're all partnered now. All of them. And that's wild to me. Like, I would understand one getting partnered. But all 3 got partnered. What? Oh, here's the crazy thing. They don't play video games anymore. Not on stream. Not that I ever see. Nice cat friendo too. Nodders. Absolute nodders. So, I wouldn't say ASMR is cringe. The real ASMR of actually doing something for real to get somebody the chills and hit that sensory thing is a really cool thing to do. As a way to make money, yes, it's cringe. So I want to be clear on how I say that. I love it from a musical standpoint and an audio standpoint of being able to trigger somebody's inner emotions solely off of sound because of how the brain recepts the the stuff. Gotta do the thumbnail tonight. Yes! I can't wait. It grosses you out. Okay, outside of like the... I'm not talking like the ear-sucking thing, dude. I'm talking about like real ASMR that is a real noise that will actually like make your skin crawl in a good way, or make your skin crawl in a bad way. Because as a sound designer, that is one of the most amazing things you can do to somebody. Is they could not be looking at it, but if they hear this sound, like in a movie, all of a sudden their skin crawls. Really. So, like, we're not talking about the soft whispery noises and stuff that they do to those microphones. We're talking like actually playing X chord progression in the right key, no matter how you hear it, will force a reaction out of you. That is still ASMR, by the way. But if you're just talking about the light, you know, noises and crap like that, that's not what I'm talking about. It could be something like a pad put into a horror film, and all of a sudden you start hearing it rise and kind of like get this dissonant, crazy tone to it. And all of a sudden you're starting to really feel uneasy because they're telling you something visibly, audibly, something's about to happen. Good music is different. But technically, it's still... That's why I say I want to be careful with how I say, you know, what about ASMR? Because I don't want people to... I want people to understand that there is a much better side to that. Yes. ASMR is a real science that you can actually dive into, and it's really cool to think about and talk about. Because of it, there is a point in your brain that will recognize these sounds, these frequencies, and it triggers a response. Sound designers who work for movies get in tune to this so that they add a slight sound which triggers these responses in people to really suck them in to a scene. And this could be something from just tapping on a like a beer keg with a rake. You know, these guys get crazy. When you see some of the crap they do to make some of these sounds, you know, to create these things, that part is such an interesting thing of how creative they get to create some of these sounds that we hear, and we're going, and it kind of makes you like, you get that shake. So, the decibels they reach from whispering is fine, but it's the slurping sound that make me leave. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like tension sounds to me are one of the most unique things of film scores. Sounds that create tension. And creating that ASMR response. It's why, like, when you use music theory to create emotion that something's going bad. What does that normally mean? It gets harsh, it gets brittle, it kind of forces the listener to go, something's not right because it's getting harsh, it's kind of falling down, the world sounds, the music sounds like it's pulling down on them. You can feel the weight of it by the music. And the tone because of the notes they're using. They might use some pretty dissonant notes back to back, which kind of gives you this uneasy feeling. Then you get into horror. Horror has a whole unique, like, palette just on its own. Because horror has to use so many dissonant tones that are, these notes are so close to each other. It sounds horrible. But when you hear that sharpness, you're going, it makes you go, oh God, you feel bad. And then if you're watching, your brain's getting two signals because now you're seeing the blood kind of all over the wall and you're going, yep, here we go. But then, lo and behold, there goes the instant cut, jump scare, loud noise, baited you, and now your heart's racing 100 miles an hour. Because they turn the corner and there it is, whatever it is, standing in front of you with loud, quick, harsh, shrill noise, and you jump regardless. Why? Because the ASMR aspect of it had your brain programmed, completely programmed, that something was a little off. And it made you feel uneasy. But then they hit you with that sharp, shrill sound, and it causes the jump scare reaction because you were anticipating. So it's the fight or flight simulation they hit in your body. And then, if you add the layer of music, you know, they've already got you creeped out by the tone of the music because they're playing it normally in a minor key. So you feel this weird, depressing sound, like hope is lost type thing. And you feel this, like, weird, it's a multi-level thing that goes on when making that stuff. Which is one reason why I always talk about, like, you know, to clients about when they write their songs, don't just slam everything, you know, completely basic in tone. If you're wanting to draw emotion, use sound to your advantage. You know? Use sound for your advantage, you know. If you want them to feel a certain motion, probably not have it on a 1-4-5 progression. That sounds too upbeat. You're gonna need to start it maybe with a 6. Maybe you just need to go to a full minor key here. You know, what were you trying to accomplish here? Chest from the chest. I need to do mine for the day. I'm curious to see what I'm gonna get today. I've seen more nothings in the last several days than I've seen in a very long time. That's concerning. Even the silent, creepy sounds have stuff going on where they make you uncomfortable. And that actually is, it's not necessarily silence. There are subsonic tones that they're using to really drive, the listener into a place because of how the lower end tones that they're using to fill for air are actually littered with other semitones in there that are causing you to feel really out of place. But it's always been a interesting science to think about. Gravity 4-4 now. Nice. 29,000 gems. Keep adding those up. You're gonna need them soon. One of my whale friends thinks that it's gonna be that Snow White clone is gonna end up being the 1.5-year anniversary. The one that talks about 7 dwarves activate. that you see in the promo trailer. Because this is about the time Dorothy released. So... And people have already beaten the story, and this chick's showing up. So... There's a chance. And we'll go in here and kill this big fat pack before we go. Because I'm not going to come back up here. Alright, loot scroll is done. We'll just kill our way back to the horse. Kill this pack, and we're done. Alright, turn off alchemy stone. $19,000 trash, that's not horrible. We need to turn off our loot scroll. Okay, so we're too fat for that, so we can't do that right now. Waiting for Elysian Duo? Nice. All right. So that's our drop. Let me look real quick at 6 South thing. So it's up there by the, just above the lake, looking down. And I see one of the Shadow Lions right there. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Alright, so let's get this added in. We earned... Let me put this over chat real quick. I can't see YouTube chat. I'll be back, I promise. We earned... 2 artifacts. We earned 1 centaur belt so far. Let's go down here. We need to put in the trash, which was 19,474. 50, 44. Scrolls, we got 37. Crystals, we got 26. 57. That feels weird. I bet I didn't put those up. 43. We got 44. 14. Yona's is 4. Sharps are 2. We got 2, 1, 2. Plus 50%. And then we got a 16 seals. $757 mil an hour is what we got here. Which feels weird. Because I pulled that on... Yeah, there's no way we got this, the 57... Okay, hold on. I'm going to write that in as 7, not 57. There's no way. She's not good. She's gonna pass a lot of people with, Oh yeah, she absolutely would. Also, we need to put in the, belts here in just a second. Ten shattered. Okay. Okay, so we've got that. Let's get this put into the thing there. Let's get it back to where I can see YouTube.
I'm the marketplace director, Lucy Baker.
All right, so Centaur belt goes there. We're storing those. These can be sold at some point today. We're gonna hang on to the Kafirs for now, potentially. We'll sell the scrolls. I think those are up pretty high right now. Three. Yeah. It's 100 mil, might as well. All right. So we've got that.
Possible. Please tell me what I would find interesting.
And then let's go to the storage. We need to put over to Tarif. Right? That's the crazy part about this. All right, we've got 3 Centaur belts right there we can claim, which will help with Yona fragments. Let's quickly melt this down. We just need to log over to reset our Agris real quick.
Trade should be made with careful consideration. Make it a habit to look thoroughly.
Well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get everything up. So we need to sell the lightstones here. List that one. How dare I? What sauce? Hold on. well. All You must have sent that right as yeah, you sent that right as I was going live. I didn't even see that pop up. I think I already had streamer mode on. Okay, so oh yeah, I got a couple other things I need to vendor. We need to log over, grab our accessories.
What is it? What are you looking for? People will start getting suspicious if you wander around.
Get rid of that, get rid of that.
Welcome. I'm Dee.
Serendia Glish. Pop that in there. Seals go up here. Okay. So let's log over to the Guardian and get the accessories put up. We're gonna go grab grab my Manos accessories and alchemy stone, and then we're gonna go do some grinding for some bloods today. I did oils. Yeah, I did I did stuff for Tyrant's Blood yesterday. Today we're gonna do today we're gonna do Lizard Blood for Legendary Beast Blood. Yeah, 73,000. That's kind of where I thought I'd be at. Pretty sure I've already done reset today. Yeah, I've already reset for the day.
Absolute perfection of hard working. This is Vipico.
All right, that should be everything. Wait, you're sick, Zeph? There, we'll just go grab it from over here.
I'm Dee, the storage keeper. You can even store your worries here.
All right. So let's open up that. Well, actually, we want the riding crop on for now. Alright. So. I'm gonna go ahead and charge this up with whatever I have left here. Get us through the day. Okay, so the place we're going is over in... I think it's over in this region. And we'll show you a couple things. So this is the sheet where I've got all the major things that we need. I need to figure out what pig's blood's replaced with. But like, I'm working on getting everything set up to have a pretty good, clean alchemy setup here. I'll eventually go through and color these. I've just been working on getting this put together over time. But my big concern right now is to focus in on what this list is right here. Working on getting troll blood, wolf's blood, fox blood, lizard blood. Like, I need to make sure I have stashes of these. And then we worry about more what happens over here with, like, I just saw bear blood. Like, that needs to be just troll blood. You have no idea the things you do for stat sauce. Oh, I believe it. We need to figure out the pig blood category. I think that's sheep's blood. I think it's what we can use there. Fox blood. I think it's probably something like this. And we're gonna go through and start slamming out potions. Is what we're trying to do. And then right here, I continued working on that sheet. And right here is the what we're looking at doing. So if I go out to the 48,000 or the 48, let's just say I get it to 48 million. I'm 4 million short, but if I don't level up the Vel's Heart, I have a bill left over. So it's basically the making an exalted Vel's Heart is 7 billion of that trade run. So we're gonna play it out and see what happens. But this should give us a pretty good upgrade path here in the future. So we're 100 energy short from where I wanted to be. This is not the lizard place I want to grind. I think it's over here. Is my home that I normally visit. I've got a lizard killing ritual area, and I think it's right here. Yep, here it is. This is the place. If you saw me play Black Desert Console, this was very much where I would grind that out at. She can kill my lizard? I bet she can. Yeah, these things are all over the darn place. Okay, so Villa Scroll. We're gonna pop 90 minutes of energy regen. We're gonna go ahead and repair. Just to have. Now let's grab a few things that I want to make sure we have access to, which is Calfi, Trent. Not today on that. Yes, yes, yes. Beta, got it. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. I'm sure I just heard you say they didn't know what popping a cherry meant. I'm convinced they've never understood what Google was. Okay, so for gatherings, seafood, draught, perfume. And we'll pop one of those for today. Wow. I feel bad. Whoops. How can a person go their whole life and not know what that is? I mean, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I can totally point the finger and laugh too. But just, geez. Whoops. I also realized what we forgot is... pets need to be... here. Wow, I feel like I'm getting stupider. I am literally getting stupider by the second. Oh yeah, I forgot it's this game. Life doesn't always work that way. Poor man. So this will get us one of the bloods we need. We'll get a pretty decent amount today, getting lizards done in this hour. I'll need to do this 2 or 3 times in each location, but still, it's something. No. Especially getting that little mini game's really gonna help out. There it is. I keep forgetting that that's one of the few mini games in Black Desert that's not a... You have to keep bouncing it to trip it. So like how the fishing rod thing goes, where you have to... the fishing rod mini game... darn it. Is really annoying because of how it works. That was a bad gather. You know, unfortunately, Beta doesn't even come by here anymore. At all. Not that I ever see. At least never says anything in chat. Might stop by, but never says anything. I think Beta got a little too mad with me. Show me the irony. I can clearly see where this is going. But I used the best units possible, and I still lost. My day is going well. How's yours going today, Drum? How you doing today? Is your day going well? We're just chilling, getting ready for an alchemy run. At long last, I'll be able to do it! Well, not really. I'll be nowhere near hitting Guru, but I'll at least get a level or two leveled up soon. But I couldn't be happier. I'm soon to have 50, 60 build in my name, and, yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time. Whoops. Can I? Yep, I can totally collect him. We're just out doing some legendary beast blood grinding. This was, fun fact, Drum, this was actually one of the things I was doing to push alchemy on console. Was coming out here to gather legendary beast blood. Because when I first started, I was trying to get the leaderboards for all the rank 1s. But, you know, they kept stalling the leaderboard thing. I don't even know if they ever added it. Did they end up adding badges to the game? I got my Black Star gloves. Now it's time to go pen. Ooh, pen. The pen grind begins. That'll be fun. So, from what I understand, you prefer to go pen Black Star than see 10 pieces of gear, correct? Is kind of what I was picking up from stream. Yes and no. We take those. I'm gonna go forward so I can build stacks and progression. I mean, now that makes sense. Honestly, for what you're trying to do, I can see why you would want to go the Black Star route. I'd rather go the Caphras route because less work. I don't have to sit there and rage at the game absorbing all my really good stacks at the game not wanting to give me anything. We blow all of our low-end stacks, can't ever get... We have all the high-end stacks, can't ever get it, and then someday it's just the opposite. We have no high-end stacks, but we have every low-end stack under the sun. Actually, I'm curious. We are... almost Artisan 10. 0 to 100 is easy now. Okay. I guess because we have so many different nice items in that range, I guess it makes sense why that would be easier to do now. It's just, what do you want to work on? You build a lot of them. Hey, there's nothing wrong with building a lot of them. Especially when that's the thing you need. I don't remember these guys spawning this fast, because I used to go through a ton of these things before they would spawn back in. I guess that's something they've changed since I was last here, because I swore these things didn't spawn in nearly fast enough. This is like one of the it places to get lizard blood, at least that I found. Hopefully we can get 400 contribution today and before reset, and that'll be a big win. Turn in another crate a day and start that progression towards 450 is my next goal for contribution. It's gonna slow down a gigaton, but it's fine. Something to do. Need to grab those in the back first, so that these don't despawn. Because I used to have that issue when I was doing boars, or not boars. What were they? They were ox or bison over at the plain when I used to get the hides from them. We would kill more than I could gather, and I mean, we're talking fast gathering too. Nope, don't think about gathering that. We're here for bloods, not weeds. Now, on console, I said anything goes, because we needed it all at that time. I mean, we needed any material we could get, so... Then after this hour is up, we're gonna go put in, I think 1 hour at the Elvia Marnie Realm giant thing, and we'll call today a success. You know, I'd be curious if they've added anything that's actually better than this. 220 bloods a gather is pretty high. Where are we at? We're at 4,000 already. I mean, we're gonna need tens of thousands of bloods regardless. So, I mean, it's like, this will be part of the long-term grind. We may end up just going to buying Valencia meals just to get some profit on them if we run out. Because if all my gathering time goes... Well, actually, here's what we really need. We would need... the life skill change to come in where we have the life skills on all characters. That would change so much for me, because then I could just energy mule the heck out of this. Hello there, how's it going? Why did they run all the way up here when I aggroed them down there? Bad, you can't fall asleep. That sucks. Hopefully you're able to get some rest soon and... on 560, depending on the thing I'm gathering, determines how long. Like, if I'm gathering, scorpion meat, scorpion meat takes me around, with the tent buff, scorpion meat takes me around an hour and like 10 minutes to blow my energy. I did trolls yesterday, and it was just like an hour and 15 minutes to blow 560. Because of how quickly I was going from troll to troll. But if I'm like at Bear Riverhead, if I last an hour on no energy pots, I'm shocked. Because at Bear, I can blow through energy very quickly. Because it's all so condensed and I can hit these things so quickly. But like here, I would assume this will take most of the hour. Lions, I could near indefinitely grind lions with energy regen. So because they were so spread out, it didn't matter. In this case of sheep, I could burn through sheep blood really quickly. Hunting is a different experience, so when I hunt, it's different in terms of money. Hunting, I can go all stream nearly without having to regen. Oh, but the days of the high quality wines though. Man, you want to talk about some serious gathering sessions? High quality wine, so darn good. You could just go to Calpheon, go to the vendor, buy high quality wine, and just infinitely spam. Night vendor, gathering, you name it. But they took that out of the game. Was not allowed. It was illegal to do. We're not allowed to have fun. No energy regen for you. You need to go sit in your bed and regen your energy. No, I want to just drink high quality wine, spam tons of money, and let me do my thing. Now, I've thought about getting into those. That food. I've actually thought about it. But it's so darn expensive to make. I would need, like, a serious, like, golden, like, gathering event to sit down and actually do that. It's still weird for me to not hear Hards and Sharps cheer after all this time. Remembering the days when you'd hear the cheer and you were actually excited to hear the cheer because it's like, yay, I got a sharp. There's some money. Now it's like, oh god, there's some wasted money. It's a little bit. It's not much, but it's honest work. So it's more of when I say it's expensive, if I'm going to get it on North America, I'm going to have to make it. On PC, I'm going to have to make that. And it's doing Land of Morning Light crap is what makes it expensive to me. I can make 4 of them right now. Which I plan on eventually actually doing. But it's the crap I need from Land of Morning Light to get those special herb things. Makes it just... But I can easily make 90 mil an hour to buy it, but it's good luck buying them. It's more the issue. But that is definitely on my near-ish to-do list, is to have them sitting in inventory ready for a really big gathering event. And honestly, I just need to get giants and I need to get giants and I need to get sulfur mine leveled up. And then I'm done leveling nodes for a while. So then all my energy will go into rolling workers for Valencia. And it'll go into workers in Valencia, and it'll go into gathering at that point. Like, if I maybe perfected the idea of actually going over to the Land of Boring Light and gathering that herb that's needed to make those things, I could force myself to make more than just 4. But the idea of having to go to the Land of Boring Light to do anything, because anything in that place is an absolute pain in the butt. Like, doing this gathering quest took me 30 minutes, 40 minutes to do this darn gathering quest. And as soon as it said you had to run all the way back across the map, I laughed and used my map. Like, no. I am not about to go run my horse all the way over there. But if that herb ends up being my bottleneck, I'll consider it for gathering events, because that thing's stupid. Also, I would like to look at buying at some point. It's going to require an actual money investment, so I don't know if I want to do it just yet. But I would need to buy... Nice, he's probably happily enjoying those right about now. I would need to buy crystal slots because I'm thinking about slamming 16 mastery crystals. Just to push my mastery a little bit higher. But that would be like $5 bill investment.
Hello there.
Hello there. Good morning, Chloe. How are you doing today? Welcome back to the land of living. Hopefully you got some rest last night. Good morning, good morning. It's 6 a.m., but we alive. Good. Did you get everything accomplished you wanted to, or did you end up stalling out because you got pretty quiet after we talked about the sound stuff? Yeah, we're doing some blood sucking. I'm working on oh no, it's fine. I was up for a little while longer. Yeah, we're working on getting some blood so that I can do a bunch of crafting of potions and push my alchemy. At some point, I'm going to commit and do the guru push, and I may end up pushing away from imperial cooking to imperial alchemy. If I can hit guru 1 at some point. Because right now, I may end up just sustaining my guru turn-ins daily by buying Valencia meals once I get through this run, because I am actually getting scarily close. So if I can get into Guru 1 Alchemy, that might become my daily Imperial. I think it's Golden Wings elixirs, and they're not incredibly annoying to make. They're annoying, but they're not like, oh my god. Yeet. Yep, I've spent many a days here at this place. So Golden Hands would be, I believe, I think it's Luck Elixir, but it's for the I think that was the best Guru box you could make when I last looked. Or it was the most profitable one to make. Because it was relatively easy to get a hold of all the materials needed for your daily Imperial. And I think that box is worth an astronomical sum when you turn it in. So being able to turn in over 200 of those a day, I'll be good. So my idea is to potentially get away from cooking, which feels really weird. Like, I'm still gonna go after Guru 50 cooking. Like, that's not gonna go anywhere. Like, I'll still make I may end up just making Valencia meals to sell on the market. Honestly. And just let it be passive income on the side. Randomly go out and blow some energy gathering lion's meat, because I think I'm going to get into those lion heads. to use, not to sell. So when we start grinding the scary places like the Highlands and stuff like that, things that I am going to be sitting with my tail between my legs, literally terrified for my life, yeah, I'm gonna want every... It's gonna be that yes buff bar. What buffs do you have? Yes. I will make Paladin proud. I will make Paladin proud. Him running around the days of one-shotting Lakari through his block, I will give that buff bar a run for its money. Oh, Paladins literally would go off the screen back in the day. It was nuts. There's a video floating around of Lakari, and when he kills him, it goes left to right across the whole screen. He had every buff under the sun he could put on. I think there was even like a GM's blessing in there just for memes. But I mean, that's also back in the day where we ran 4 food rotations. Yeah. No, it was from where Lakari took the hit. It would show on his... You could see the Paladin's buff bar show up from his thing when he hit him. Like Lakari... Because you're looking at it from Lakari's POV. The video's from Lakari. Of getting literally getting one-shot by Paladin. Man. That was a good one. Because he's literally sitting there in his block on his awakened warrior doing this. And all of a sudden you see the suck come in. And then just Lakari goes Thanos snap. And he's like, oh look, it's this autistic retard with the full buff bar. And you see Paladin like running around. And screaming, you know, typing in chat for Demacia and all this stuff, having fun. And then watching the duels with him and Paladin blowing people up is just... Lakari never stood a chance. Can't stand roof food rotation, that's so 2018. You're not wrong. Although, I believe, is the food rotation still not technically better than a cron meal if you can rotate all 4 foods in properly? Obviously, you're going to always have that downtime due to one buff will fall off for 10 minutes. In certain cases, yes. Because, like, there were some meals, I don't remember exactly what all... I know it was, like, Knight's Combat Rations, Valencia Meal, King of the Jungle Hamburg, and one other got run. And you would start Guild Wars an hour and 30 minutes beforehand to start rotating your guild buffs. Or your buff bar for food. Those were the good old days. And it looks like you'll be just in time to see a Giants rotation. So we can get a Chloe, we can get a Chloe Pinion here. Because I'll do 1 hour at Giants in 23 minutes. We're going to do the Marnie's realm, if anybody's there. Actually, I may just go Marnie's realm just to say screw it, so I don't have to deal with anybody. Darn it! I did not want to waste that energy gathering that. But I did it anyway. You can see how bad I'm doing it, and you'll see if it's actually worth me doing it or not. That's kind of what I'm curious. And I gotta do it one more time after the other upgrades. You know what? I'll do one more. Golden key. Wait, I know where that thing is. It's in Trent. Oh, all 3 perfects? I can do all 3 perfects. I just normally... I jump it by accident because I keep thinking it's the fishing minigame. Nope, you only need 3. You only need 3 and it completes. Yeah, I had to do Land of Boring Light yesterday for it. Ah, I was just short. But yeah, you just have to get it to 100% and then it goes. And from what I can tell, it doesn't look like it's really affecting the drop of it because I've gotten 1 good and 2 perfects and still gotten the 220 proc. Truffles before they were farmable. Yeah, I did the, I did the truffle grind, for a little bit. I got really lucky, though, and I was able to buy a lot of the truffles off the market. Like, I normally kept a pre-order up on them. Alright, there's perfect number 1. There's perfect number 2. There's perfect number 3. 3 perfects in a row. Come here, you lizards. We're gonna smack you around and we're gonna suck some blood. And where the heck are you going? Whatever. Go do your thing. You're on a mission. Me too. Is to suck all these lizards. But we're on our way to mastering gathering, so hopefully we can I'm hoping this isn't in vain. I'm hoping when we get the combination, it'll combine all my levels into one. Because if it only takes the highest, this right now is a waste. I should really be on my Guardian right now, gathering on it. But I'm really hoping, I mean, we're kind of giga coping here, that it's combining of all the levels. Because my trade, that trade level's gonna boost me probably 2-3 levels on its own. That's what they said. Oh, they did? Good. Because somebody told me it was not gonna come, it was just gonna take the highest level. Or unless that's what you mean. They're just taking the highest level. If that's the case, I will stop gathering on my Valkyrie after today. And only gather on the Guardian. So, do double check that and confirm which one for me. On which one they said. So that I'm not, due to chat delay, I'm not sitting here thinking you're saying one and the other. It would combine? Okay, cool. Then we chillin'. My processing's gonna get a jump too. Holy crap, I just realized that. I've got like 3-4 master processors. Nice. Stop trying to gather the bush. So we got 17 energy left. We're almost done. So I think I will end up with... If it was just to happen Wednesday, I would have off of the three master traders, I should end up around master 19 alone from that. Now, here's the one really stupid thing that really gets under my skin. Everything but trading. But yet, trading is literally the one thing that needs 3 million crates to hit Guru 1. From where I'm at Master 17. Why? Not that 50% makes that much difference, but it makes that much difference when you look at having to run thousands and thousands and thousands of crates. In this case, millions of crates to level up. What's 50% to that? It's like 100,000 crate difference. 200,000 crates. Oh yeah, it needs a rework, but the fact that they never boost trade EXP is stupid. It's always excluding trade EXP. Excluding trade EXP. I mean, they've already stopped trading in general, other than the... other than the normal, you can do crates still. You just can't go buy items, which at some point I need to go around and go buy knowledge of all the trade items so I can say that that's over and done with. Insufficient energy. Alrighty. So there you go. I burned... You know what? I'll go because it's not quite done. I'll burn another 50 energy. In 15 minutes. I'll burn whatever these buffs run off since they're almost done. We'll go ahead and run all of this buff bar down. So I burned 510 energy in 45 minutes. To answer your question here, Drum. Because you asked earlier. And that's with the regen tick. So I probably burned a little more than that. Plus the, you know, the Manos gathering process where it skips the energy consumption and stuff like that. Though this has always been my favorite lizard grind spot. If I wanted lizard blood, this was it. Stop trying to gather the hoe. The only part I don't like about that all-in-one bag is you can gather anything. Which is great. It's cool. It's OP. But when you're right next to something, it's like, no, stop trying to gather. Use the tool in my hand.
That's what she said.
Yes. Also, let's go ahead and turn off our auto-consume there. So that we don't accidentally start popping all these buffs again. So good. I don't feel so bad about gathering on my Valkyrie anymore. I was always a little worried going, if it doesn't combine, I'd feel really bad. I'm so excited. So excited for it. look at you getting back into the skillings of life. Look, I'm just happy that I can tag my guardian finally. Right? You can set up guru fishers everywhere. I think I'm guru like 4 or 5, maybe 2, somewhere in there. Actually, like, having access to all my, like, good sailing? Oh my gosh. Anybody and everybody being able to be a good sailor now? I know one person who's gonna be really happy about that in chat, if he's still here. Six Sal's gonna absolutely run over himself having every single sailor or character a great sailor. Like, what do I want to do today? Or just the opposite. The fact that he's gonna use his Corsair for all of his sailing stuff. I would imagine, because that's 8 guru fishers is pretty nuts. It's been 4 years since you left your pirate life behind. No wonder the rum's gone. There's been no rum. The rum's been very long gone. I'll eventually build the Giga ship. At some point. It's catching dust and webs in the yard. At some point, you can crack it back out. Alright, so I'm not going to pop another energy pot. We're just going to call this quits. So, even in 6 minutes, we burned another 50 energy. Alright, so we walked away today with 13,000 lizard blood. Not too shabby. Turn Agris off now. Repair. That is not too shabby. We'll go up to Heidel. Or am I closer to Glish at this point? Honestly, I'm just closer to run to Glish. Because it's flat and I can just go right across. Not like I have to jump a mountain or anything. All right, so let's drop off the fruits. Traces of memory, kind of cool. Lots of blood. 13,000. Yeah, so we're roughly getting around 13,000 a gathering session. So we're getting there. Oh, no, never mind. Screw that. Stupid herbs, stupid herbs, stupid herbs. Go over to Medea real quick. Tarif. And we need to go put our seals up. All right, the rest can go to market. Yeah, general goods vendor.
My husband's doing a good job protecting the village.
Any major city. I should have gone to Heidel. I don't even know where you are in Heidel. Yeah, we can't do anything with trade, which sucks. Find NPC, Serendia, Heidel. There we go. All right. The question is, it is 9:40. Do I really have time to do a Giants run today? That is the real question. Or did I mismanage my time?
Wow, I am so. Hi. Time flies so quickly as always. Just gonna cram all I can into each day.
Yay! 400 contribution! Woohoo! Alright, artisan. Slowly moving our way up. Alright. So that was nice. We gained... Oh yeah, I can sell this too. We're still coping on this going up and being sellable someday. Mm-hmm.
Who ordered all this fucking anime titty?
Yes. That is definitely me. I ordered it. I need to send that up too. Cannot move trade goods while tagged. I hate this. This is another reason why I absolutely cannot stand that stupid system. Like, I get it. I understand. No, I'm tagged. My guardian's tagged to my ranger right now. Potentially.
You can entrust your goods without worry, since it's an official trade zone approved by the head of the Magic Guild.
Okay. True. You made me open my blinds to see if it was raining. Nope, that should probably be on my end. Deep blue hoo fruit. Okay. It's 9:44. You know, I don't think I have the time to really do giants. As much as I would like to do it, I don't think I have. I need to get the, at some point, I'm gonna have to just suck it up. Where is it? And buy this at some point. So that I can have access to dear Lord, that's a lot of better Twitch TV emotes that got added. But yeah, I'm gonna have to swing one of these at some point for my life skilling stuff. Because this is the part that is actually annoying. Because let's see here, 16 slots would be... There's 8 of them already. 9, 10, the one that's on me. Yeah, I would need one 16 slot one to be able to move all my Manos crap back and forth. They ruined his voice, and I will never forgive them for it. I will never forgive. And also, they ruined Deve. Deve was the other one they really ruined. Okay. So... let's get our armor back on. And... I got a handful of days left to figure this out if I'm going to end up trying to get into a guild or not to go use that for memes. Or if I'm going to let it expire and I'm going to collect one of each in my inventory because all I need now is the AP one. This way I can say I got them all. There's audio? Yeah, the game has audio.
Wow. Oh, hi. Time flies.
Okay. They were good, and they changed it, unfortunately. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get out of that and into our shootad. I'm deep. I'm kind. And now it's not even the same vibe. Houses? Yeah, I mean, he had a great, like, little twang in his voice. It was great. And now it's just gone. They had him sounding like a leprechaun for a moment. I'm like, no, 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 no. Do not ruin my boy by doing that. And they eventually redid some of the voices because they realized they had messed up. If you buy a house. Yep. If you want to buy a house, leave your money with me. So I was thinking about my node empire here. You know, I helped you with yours, and then I've been like really like sitting on top of mine going, I friggin' need contribution. And then I'm like, why do I have no contribution? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's why. I've got so much crap going on up here, smashing out these crates, that I have an enormous. Just life skill more? Easy cap? Right. Easy CP. But it's about, like, a part of me is, like, wanting to redo it, because I'm noticing something interesting. So, Thunja Timber, which there's only, like, 1 or 2 nodes for this. This feels really bad to collect, the more I think about this timber, because you have to use Snowfield Cedar Timber to make that crate. Well, I can produce with just the Thornwood Timber enough to keep the Snowfield Timber completely burnt out. So I feel like I never will get the value out of that wood until they add many more of these. Like, we need like 3 more of these nodes in the game to be able to do both of these crates. So, and this wood is one that, let me rephrase that. This wood is honestly, I feel like I'm collecting it just to collect it. Kind of like that mentality you had where you said just in case. But I don't think just in case is smart here anymore. I think there is it's going to be a real, like, in a way, a 5-head moment where we have to look at what we gather, where are our limitations. Like, I would like to point this out. I have 100,000 birch timber and 17,000 birch planks. Hold. Let me introduce you to the 34,000 plywood I still have sitting here. Now keep in mind, I'm missing one cedar node currently up in the land of boring light. But even then, I still would be at the mercy of fir if I got my cedar caught up. So this tells me that I am wasting a node, maybe 2, of birch. That if I pulled those, I could now invest in another node. Or something else. So what I'm wanting to try to, like, slowly figure out is, where am I gathering excess? So, like, here's one. I'm not getting, shockingly, enough knock ore. I am actually earning more jade than I am knock ore. So I need to get, because jade only has to get refined once. Knock ore has to get refined twice. So I need, if I'm going to continue working with the jade ingots, I need them all. And I know which one I'm going after. It's the mithril node one. So that we can eventually slam some mithril crates someday. So I can back off of that. We don't need to gather ash anymore. Ash is a useless wood in the sense of we're gonna blow all of our maple now on pine because there's so many pine nodes we'll never get around to getting ash. So ash needs to go, period. I need to just burn them. Whatever I have, burn those crates someday, get it out of my inventory, and be done with it. And let, from that point on out, I no longer need to make the Balanos crate. That needs to die now. Brass and bronze are actually still pretty competitive. If you have all of the copper nodes, brass and bronze can actually usually evenly split down to where copper shouldn't really be an issue. Coal nodes hold me back on the amount of steel I can produce. That's always going to be a thing in the game. Until they add more coal nodes, it's going to be something. The desert ores are not worth gathering. They're garbage drop rates. Unless they've buffed them since I last ran them. I ran the desert ones. I want to say I ran the desert, so the vanadium and titanium or whatever it is. Vandanium, I don't remember the name of the desert one. But I ran all of them. Every node you could grab. Back when Valencia was like the IT expansion, before Kamasilv. I had all of them. In 6 months, I pulled 1,000 crates. And that's with level 30 workers. This wasn't me slowly leveling up my workers. No, this was already level 30 workers smashing these things. It wasn't worth. We couldn't get enough of the ore to make that crate be worth a money crate. So this node very much interests me because of the Elder Timber. Also the Elder Sap's kind of cool too. And also another nutmeg node. If you're making Valencia meals, this is another really good nutmeg node. Now, I've been leaving these two to do their own thing for God knows how long up here. Nutmeg and Teff. So just alone here, we have 250,000 nutmeg and 266,000 Teff there. But hold. Excuse. I have another 121,000 after my 28 billion, 30 billion in Valencia meals I made. And I still have 400,000 Teff. Teff here. Not the 1 million something Teff flour I have just processed right here. Yeah, that's 1 million Teff flour processed. So it's like, do I really need to keep gathering Teff? No. Up here in Shakatu, figs, you need those for the Valencia meal. And then Star Anise you need for the Valencia meal. So Shakatu's farmland right here is great. And especially since we have to go through this region to keep this linked up. This is better because we need the Centaurs node for burning Agris right now. Until we get... Hold on. Item drop. Agris Fever. Akhman, Centaurs, Crescents, Darkseeker, so maybe 21. Yeah, so it's a little bit more, but you also drop many more an hour at this place. Plus, you've got the 100 mil from this, and you've got the 9 bill from this, and you've got the 93 mil for this. This money will eventually crash on North America, but I don't think I can get there before this crashes. So that we could get our artifacts and our flame. So I need to look at pulling some birch nodes, but not pulling the important one, because I know there are some birch nodes that aren't. Like, do I need the 10,000th red tree lump node? And just come to say hi? Well, hello there. Do I need, because I've got one here. So one of these can go. Well, which one needs to go? That's going to be the key. Because we're connecting out and through up in here, and we're connecting out and through up in here. So if I need to look at going, okay, this would gain me more contribution. Because I get to pull the node. I get to pull not only the node, I get to pull this node, and this node. So I get to gain all that contribution back by pulling out of this one red tree lump. Okay, so now what can I invest into again? Well, we can go back into the 10 node here. You know, getting some 10 brought up. We can get into 10 ore here for the powder of earth. Pulling out a giants someday will be fantastic. That's a lot of contribution burned going down here that we just have lost to keep this level node. So we'll gain some there. All right. I need to get the knock ore. So I need to get... Was that Zarka? Nightmare Zarka. Ha! Kiss my butt. Not happening. I need to grab the mithril node. Yeah, knock ore, and where is it? There's a... That zinc with mithril, I would much rather have. Sound died? Can you not hear me? Why does this happen right at the end of stream recently? Anyone? Let's see. If y'all can't hear me, we need to raid. Okay. All right.